When you're defending essentially your budgeting to senior management, and there's a few areas that you really have to drive. One is you have to make sure that you are clearly articulating the value that you're bringing. Part of that solution is through measurement. Our industry it struggles with measurement. There's the Barcelona principles of PR measurement, and they don't tell you how to measure. They just tell you that measurement is important. What we've done at my company is we've adopted some metrics from lead gen marketing that can be applied to corporate marketing and applied to PR as well. And they give you an ability to measure, at least in relative terms. If you can't measure in absolute terms and say, okay, this dollar of revenue came from this dollar of effort that we made, then at least you can measure in relative terms. And that allows you to go to your finance department, go to your CEO, and really say that we've got some data, some metrics that show that we are working to optimize our efforts. If they understand that you're working to optimize their efforts and that you're showing progress towards your goals, then typically you can kind of do well in terms of budgeting and defending your budget, certainly defending against downsizing. Yeah, our industry used to be an industry that attracted people from all over the place because there weren't really defined programs that were focused on communications. When they were programs that were focused on really interpersonal communications as opposed to corporate communications. So we used to attract people from literature and science and psychology and sociology and poets and things like that. And there was a lot of value to that. Because you'd get a lot of ideas from really out of the box and people who were really passionate about things. When you trace the trajectory of somebody who comes into business for the first time, they come out of high school, they're passionate about something. They go and study that passion. People aren't generally coming out of high school passionate about PR. They're more passionate about psychology or literature or music or things like that, film. And if somebody can be passionate about something, they can be passionate about anything. And our industry is really about passion. Today, you see a lot more people come into our business with actual formal training in communications. There's a benefit to that. They understand the mechanics better. They understand some of the goals and tactics better. But I think we've lost some of that passion and some of that out-of-the-box thinking. How do we fix that? I'm not sure. There's maybe a couple of things that can be done. One is on the agency side, where so many of the young people who come into our industry are kind of taking their first steps. I think they need to be more open to the idea that a resume or a path through school can be kind of bumpy and choppy, and have a little bit of changing and soul searching as somebody kind of finds what it is they're looking for. So even if somebody graduates from communications, having started in history, having a minor in something else, having something that shows some passion, I think is really, really interesting. I think that also the students themselves, as they're progressing towards the end of their career, if you're a film major, you need to really think to yourself, okay, where's a lot of that work being done today? It's being done in content generation for PR. If you're a writer, you have to ask yourself, okay, well, where's a lot of writing being done today? It's being done in content generation for PR. So you owe it to yourself as a student to kind of expose yourself a little bit, maybe through a minor or some classes, to this industry that we're operating in that ends up being an outlet for so much of their work.